Hello everyone, I'm Bill Frankmore, and thank you so much for joining us for our special report, Living with Drought. If you've lived here for an extended period of time, you've no doubt read the stories, seen the reports, or in one way or another, noticed some of the impacts 4 years of drought have had on our area. Tonight, we have this historic drought covered from top to bottom, including some of the things you can do to help alleviate the problem. We begin this evening with where we are now. Just how bad is it? It is a bird's eye view of a not so pretty picture. From high overhead, we see a muddy riverbed leading out of Lake Tahoe. This is where we are after 4 years of drought. Trickling flows in the Truckee River, overtaxed reservoirs, and completely dry lake beds showing their thirst for moisture through dry cracks in the earth.
In terms of its intensity, we've had 4 straight years, and this one is the worst of the 4, the one we're just concluding. So it is, I would say it's at least comparable to anything I've seen, and it's been pretty intense, more intense than the last one was.
Regional climatologist Kelly Redmond of the Desert Research Institute is referring to the last drought of this magnitude from 1987 to 1994. Those around here back then probably recognize the similarities, while scientists like UNR's Doug Boyle also note the differences.
The thing about this drought that's different is it's much warmer. In addition to having a significantly reduced annual precipitation, we also have much warmer temperatures.
Those warmer temperatures have crippled our area's most important reservoir, the Sierra snowpack.
From a snowpack standpoint, just miserable, terrible, dismal, all the words that are in the dictionary.
2014 was the warmest year on record here, and the freezing level, an estimated 2,000 feet higher than normal.
So this winter was the worst winter in recorded history. It was the lowest snowpack measurement in over 100 years.
That snowpack, just 13% of average, forced the Truckee Meadows Water Authority to take action. In late June, they ramped up production of groundwater wells and began releasing reserves from their upstream reservoirs.
We don't like to have to use drought reserves. We don't like to have to tap into it, but they're there for when we need it, and we need it.
The main question now is how long will we need it, and what role climate change will have on the future of our water supply.
The planet's getting warmer, and it's likely to continue to get warmer. The research, the cutting edge research right now is being done trying to make the connection between changes in weather, changes in climate that are associated with that warming. That's where the uncertainty is, and that's where the work is really taking place.
Without a doubt, some of the hardest hit from this drought are area's ranchers and farmers. They've been doing business in our state for more than a century and a half, but a lot of people fear that could be coming to a screeching halt because of the drought. Samantha Boatman went to Fallon recently, where farmers told her they haven't seen conditions like this ever before.
We've been in this valley for over 100 years.
And the Latin family has experienced several droughts, but nothing like the one we're in now.
My dad is 95 years old and has been on the farm his whole life, and he says there's never been a drought like this.
Rick Latin prepares for drought conditions every year, but now that we are in the 4th year of extreme drought, he's running out of options.
4 cumulative years of trying to herd water around and trying to do the best we can. So this is a very serious drought for us.
Rick says they learned a lot from the 1992 drought, and the drip system they installed back then is saving them now. It uses less than half of the water they would use if it was flood irrigation, something else that has temporarily helped the recent rainfall. Rick's water supply went from 17% to 21% of normal.
That doesn't seem like much, but for us that are managing every drop, 4% is a substantial amount.
Right now, Rick is only able to farm about half of his land.
The ground at this part of the farm, completely dry. 2 years ago, it was 9 acres of corn silage. Rick says that he hopes a good winter will, of course, bring a lot of rain, and with that, make this part of the farm once again green.
It's going to be very tough if we don't get at least a 50–60% water year next year.
This is their life.
And UNR crop specialist Jay Davison couldn't agree more.
For the guys that rely 100% on their water and their farming income, of course, you can imagine what it's like.
Over the years of continuous drought, you just lose a little bit more each year.
Most of western Nevada relies on surface water for irrigation, and simply put,
When we can't irrigate, of course, that means virtually no crop production.
so what is it going to take to get these farmers back to where they were just 2 years ago? Jay says double the amount of normal snowfall this winter.
If we don't get that, there's going to be some real decisions going to have to be made by a lot of these folks.
Those decisions include alternative crops like hops or even wine grapes. These crops use less water than the standard crop of western Nevada, alfalfa.
Bottom line is if we continue to have this kind of drought, there's really not much we can do.
But is there an end in sight? Jay says for the most part, farmers are optimistic. They almost have to be. And Rick Lattin, whose heart and soul is in this farm, wants to remind everyone while all of his trust is in Mother Nature, he relies on people like you and me to buy local produce.
People in Reno and Carson City have every right to expect locally grown, quality, fresh produce, and that's what we'll try to do even through the drought.
For Living with Drought, I'm Samantha Boatman.
Now, Rick says if this drought continues into a 5th year, he may have to switch plans and use a crop that requires less water. What does that mean to you and me? You guessed it, higher prices for fruits and vegetables at the grocery store. Well, this recent drought isn't just changing the way farmers do their job, but also up at Lake Tahoe, it's changing the way first responders do theirs. Reporter Melissa Carlson has that story.
These crystal clear blue waters beckon people from around the world. I mean, where else does it look like boats are simply floating in the mountain air?
It's gorgeous. It's Lake Tahoe.
That it is, but this lake is also changing, especially in the last few years. The drought has made Tahoe dip below its natural rim.
So just to give you a little bit of perspective here, we're at Burnt Cedar Beach, a very popular beach for a lot of locals and visitors alike. About 75 yards off of the actual beach itself. Now, on a normal year, according to this radar, we should be in about 13 feet of water. Right now, we are just below 3 feet of water.
And the effect is being felt by those who work these waters daily.
It's definitely a lot lower than it has been in the past.
So much so that U.S. Coast Guard Executive Petty Officer Ben Riley says their boat at the Lake Tahoe station has had to be restationed. Their pier only sits in about 2 feet of water.
We have to transit 1.5 miles to Tahoe City to get to our boats because it's deep enough here that we can actually respond to search and rescue here.
So what does that mean for you? Well, if you need them, they need a little more time.
It usually adds about another 10 to 15 minutes of loading the truck and the pyrotechnics that we need to carry for each SAR mission.
And the Coast Guard isn't the only ones turning the tide.
It has changed part of our job.
Commander of the Incline Substation for the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, Jeff Clark, is also patrolling these sparkling shores.
We're in fear for boater safety this year based on the water levels.
Less water means Tahoe's beautiful boulders are now barely breaking the surface, right where you aren't expecting them.
Cause a lot of damage to a boat taking an outdrive out or worse, sinking the boat. So we would encourage people to, even if they do know the lake or do know the beach that they're going into, take it slow and easy and make sure you have observers that are looking for hazards in the water.
And they practice what they preach. Even they are having to relearn the lake.
Our crews have worked diligently at going slow all along the shorelines, trying to identify hazards for our safety.
So while the beauty of Lake Tahoe is clear to see, remember, the dangers are not. So heed the warning and stay safe. For Living with Drought, I'm Melissa Carlson.
This area is known far and wide for its summertime activities. From hiking to boating to rafting, we've got it all. But already this summer, the lack of water is taking its toll. Reporter Joe Hart takes a look now at where we stand and how your summer activities may be impacted.
This is perfect here.
Wayne Ross of Atlanta, Georgia, has been coming to Tahoe for the past 18 years to raft down the Truckee River. This year, the river has all but dried up along this stretch near Tahoe City, so Ross will have to switch gears just a bit.
This year, the only way to get down is with my bike.
Rafting is out. We made a call to the Truckee River Raft Company in Tahoe City. Nobody answered, but we did get this recorded message delivering the bad news.
Unfortunately, due to the drought, we will be closed for the entire 2015 rafting season.
Boaters will also feel the impact. The Sand Harbor launch ramp won't open at all this summer because of low water levels.
And that's a huge one because that's, people from Reno and the Nevada side, that's one of the biggest areas there, for people to launch their boats.
Okay. But the rest of the boat launches on the lake remain operational for now. Here at Sunnyside Marina, the water level has dropped quite a bit from past years, as you can see by the markings on this dock. But you can still get your boat in and out for now. However, it may be a different story come August or September.
Later in the season, we're a little concerned.
The staff here at Sunnyside says some summers you can simply put your foot over the edge of the dock and touch the water. This year, it's about a 10-foot drop.
Upgraded.
Lee Schmidt has been here at Sunnyside for 38 years. He operates his own water ski school and boat rental business, and he's seen the lake levels rise and fall.
In the early 90s, 91 was the lowest it's ever been, and this year we're getting close to those historic lows.
Right now, Lake Tahoe is right at its natural rim, which means the lake is at 0% of its storage capacity. There's no water to flow into the Truckee River. That's according to the Truckee Meadows Water Authority. Donner Lake is at 73% of its capacity, and Independence Lake, another community storage reservoir, is at 94%. Stampede Reservoir is quickly drying up, though. It's only at 17% of capacity, and nearby Boca Reservoir, another popular recreation spot, is only at 13%. In some cases, the numbers tell the story, and other times a picture tells it even better. Like here at Tahoe City's Commons Beach, where there are several hundred extra feet of sand and rocks this year because of the drought. Longtime Tahoe residents Karen Hauser and Dan Jensen are finding it hard to believe their eyes as the water line just moves further away.
You would be right there. I mean, literally right there is where it should be.
Just realized that we're just short of water. I'm a skier and we were kind of short of snow too.
Everyone, it seems, is now feeling the impact as the drought drags on. But no one is giving up on Lake Tahoe and its natural beauty.
It's disappointing, but what can you do, Just hope for snow and rain this year.
For Living with Drought, I'm Joe Hart.
Now, we've been watching the past couple of minutes the impact this drought has had on northern Nevada, our region in general. Now we're talking to Nevada Governor Brian Sandoval. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You lived here pretty much your whole life.
I have.
How would you rank this current 4-year drought as far as natural disasters for our region?
Well, we've had our ups and downs, and I think if you recall, probably the worst drought, at least since I've been here, began in 1987, went through 1994, and at the time, Lake Tahoe was below the rim for almost 4.5 out of 5 years. Now, our current drought is very serious. The lake has been below its rim for about 8 months. That obviously concerns me. We've had well below average snowpack for the past 4 years. So we, in my times, I've seen some, when we've had floods, but at the same time, we've had some pretty serious drought.
What, as governor, is there anything you can do to help lessen the impact of the drought?
Well, I wish I could make it rain, but I can't. But what we can do is try to find what the best practices are throughout the state and throughout the nation. I'm privileged to be the chairman of the Western Governors Association, and I had the opportunity to choose one topic, and I chose drought. So we brought the experts from all the states from across the West, from Oklahoma to California, New Mexico, Colorado. They've been meeting for the past year. They've come up with a document called the Western Governors Drought Forum document, and as you go through it, it talks about the best practices and strategies for saving water. I've also, as governor, signed an executive order that had brought the best thought leaders in the state of Nevada for drought, and so they are meeting continuously throughout this year, and this fall they'll be presenting me with a final report.
The previous leaders of our state, it sounds like they've done a pretty darn good job as far as planning for drought. Now we're using the upstream reserves, as Tumwa announced a few weeks back. What can we do in the future to make sure that that planning continues?
Well, and again, I think we're doing it, but you know, we have to remind ourselves that we're always in a drought with intermittent periods of rain, and so you know, Nevada has been very good at planning, and you know, in southern Nevada, they actually use less water than they did 20 years ago, yet they have 400,000 more residents. Up here, you're right, Tumwa has had to dip into its reserves because the Truckee River is no longer flowing out of Lake Tahoe. So what we have to do is really encourage conservation and again adopt those best practices to save water.
Okay, we want growth here. Of course, Tesla, a huge thing, one of the biggest things that happened to our region in a long time, our state in a long time. How do you find that balance where we get continued growth but we have enough water for that growth?
Well, again, it's a combination of technology and best practices. For example, with regard to Tesla and other companies out there in the Tahoe-Reno Industrial Center, there are ways that we can recycle gray water and pipe it out there and make use of that water, and there's a double benefit because they can't release that water into the Truckee River. So we can use that to continue having economic development, attracting companies to the state, and also keeping the river clean and protecting Pyramid Lake.
And what would you say to the residents watching this this evening as far as doing their part?
Well, keep up the good work. I mean, again, I've grown up here. I've gone to grade school, high school, the university, and we've all been through this. But what it takes is a collective effort, which you know, I call it the Nevada family, and I think we're all going to pitch in together to save water. That benefits our community, it benefits the tribe out at Pyramid Lake, and it benefits the farmers out there in Fallon.
All right, Governor Brian Sandoval, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Living with Drought. We really appreciate it, and we'll be right back in a couple minutes.